Hello and welcome to Recyclist. It's December 8th, 2025. I'm your host, Eric Provost, and this is your weekly roundup of all the biggest news stories from the world of waste, gas, and energy, presented by Diamond Scientific. First things first, and as always, let's take a quick look at the stock market and 5 stocks on the move from this past week within the world of waste, gas, and energy. Shout out to Forum Energy Technologies first, which over the past couple months has actually risen a full $10, now sitting at $35.22 per share. Waste Management, as of this past weekend, sitting at $213.59 per share. Ranger Energy Services, sitting pretty at $13.94 a share. Brookfield Renewable Corp, now at $39.67 a share. And lastly, Republic Services Incorporated, now at $216.29 per share. But moving into the news, first up, the National Science Foundation recently renewed support for a University of South Florida engineering project to the tune of $5 million with a 3-year Convergence Accelerator Phase 2 award. The university is developing a solution that could transform how wastewater is managed in homes and small communities nationwide, with a consumer-ready wastewater system capable of being mass-produced and deployed to the public. Led by Daniel Ye, professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, the project will push the team's so-called HANU Hub technology from research prototype to a certified product through testing, pilot demonstrations in Hawaii, and extensive customer validation. The HANU Hub is designed to recycle wastewater for beneficial reuse and remove nitrogen that pollutes waterways, all while running on solar power. Ye said, quote, "Our focus now is to make sure there's a true problem-solution fit. Too many academic technologies stay in the lab. This award is about proving value, achieving certification, and delivering a product that homeowners, engineers, and installers can trust." End quote. And up next, we actually have another major study being performed at a coastal university that could potentially change the wastewater industry. A new federally funded research project at the University of California in Davis endeavors to extract valuable components for magnets, lasers, and other modern technologies from acidic wastewater found in mines and industrial processes. The U.S. Department of Energy's Advanced Research Projects Agency for Energy awarded UC Davis researchers a $3 million grant to develop a bio-based process that selectively captures rare earth elements from acidic, mine-influenced, and industrial wastewater streams. The project is being led by Yi Wang, an assistant professor in the development of biological and agricultural engineering. Wang said, quote, "This technology aims to turn a liability into a resource. By selectively capturing rare earths where acidic wastewater is generated, like acid mine drainage and tailing liquors, we can reduce chemical use and waste while strengthening a resilient domestic supply chain for clean energy manufacturing." End quote. And now moving to the middle of the U.S., Colorado's energy grid is about to go through a lot of changes over the next decade, as just this past week, officials with the state's Public Utilities Commission finalized a state clean heat framework requiring utilities supplying natural gas for home and building heating to cut carbon emissions from their systems by 41% over the next 10 years. The utilities are expected to reach 100% decarbonization of building heating by 2050. To meet these goals, utilities, regulators, and policymakers are gearing up to help hundreds of thousands of homeowners and landlords in Colorado switch from gas-fired heating systems to electric heat pumps and cooking appliances powered by renewable energy. Jim Dennison, an attorney with the state's Sierra Club, said, quote, "While the commission's approved target of 41% emissions reduction by 2035 is not as strong as we recommended, it represents a significant step forward in decarbonizing Colorado's gas utilities, and it rejects calls to weaken the target that was originally proposed." End quote. But staying in Colorado for just a moment, and seemingly perfect timing for the state, the Denver Department of Public Health and Environment, along with Waste Management, are collaborating on a new renewable natural gas facility at the Denver Arapahoe Disposal Site landfill. The facility will actually be the first landfill gas to RNG plant in Colorado. While other RNG facilities in the state process wastewater or agricultural waste, this will be Colorado's first landfill gas to RNG plant. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston said, quote, "Denver is confronting the climate crisis head on. This is a bold example of how we can move aggressively toward clean, renewable energy while also supporting innovation and economic growth for a cleaner, more vibrant Denver." End quote. And just a quick reminder, Recyclist is a registered trademark of Diamond Scientific, an industry leader in gas analysis, instrumentation, and solutions. Make sure to visit them online at diamondsci.com. That's diamondsci.com. Or you can even set up a personalized presentation just by calling 321-223-7500. Make sure to ask about their brand new suite of groundwater sampling products. Now on with the news. Clean Energy Fuels Corp recently announced it has successfully completed its renewable natural gas facility located at South Fork Dairy in Dimmitt, Texas. The facility is already producing pipeline quality RNG. This is significant because this now makes it one of the country's largest RNG production plants. The facility will process up to 300,000 gallons of dairy manure each day and produce approximately 2.6 million gallons of low-carbon RNG annually. Financed entirely by Clean Energy, the project broke ground in July 2024 and totaled $85 million. And as one facility finishes, another begins, or in this case, two. Recently, Entergy Louisiana broke ground in Richland Parish to mark the start of construction on a pair of new combined cycle combustion turbine generation facilities recently approved by the Louisiana Public Service Commission. According to the state, the so-called Franklin Farms Power Station represents a significant investment in modern energy infrastructure designed to strengthen reliability, power economic expansion in North Louisiana, and deliver significant economic benefits, which are supposed to include billions in capital investment, thousands of construction and technology jobs, and lasting value for local communities and Entergy customers statewide. Together, the two power plants will add approximately 1,500 megawatts of highly efficient renewable energy capacity. And up next, jumping back to the Sunshine State, Miami-based Nopetro Energy, this time in partnership with Milwaukee, Wisconsin-based Johnson Controls, has announced a $50 million investment to design, finance, build, and operate a landfill gas to RNG production facility in Manatee County, Florida. Construction is expected to begin in 2026, with operations commencing in 2027. Chuck McGinnis, the Vice President of North American Sales and Development at Johnson Controls, said, quote, "We are proud to partner with Manatee County, and this project is a powerful example of our commitment to create smart, efficient, and sustainable solutions in the communities we call home. Through converting waste into clean energy, we're fostering long-term economic and environmental benefits and helping build a sustainable future for all." End quote. And lastly, we may as well stay in Florida, especially since it looks like residents of St. Petersburg and Bartow are about to get a little financial relief for the holiday season. Duke Energy Florida recently completed efficiency upgrades at the power plant in St. Petersburg and 2 units at Hines Energy Complex in Bartow, allowing the plants to produce a total of 255 megawatts of additional energy, crucially, with the same amount of fuel. Because of this, an estimated $340 million of annual savings has now been passed along to customers. What this means, local residents should now expect an average bill reduction of $10 a month. Happy holidays, everyone. That'll do it for your December 8th, 2025 Recyclist News Roundup, brought to you by Diamond Scientific. I've been your host, Eric Provost, and we will see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Recyclist. Thank you.